Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
So Martinez Trujillo, 6/24/1997.
Good morning, sir. Time to check your initial appearance. You're being seen here this morning based on a charge of misdemeanor assault allegedly committed yesterday evening. I just remind you to have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Believe you're being held on all I'm dealing with is the misdemeanor this morning. So what I'm going to do is set a little bit quicker hearing for you because of your felony matter. I'm gonna impose a bond of $250, cash secured, just so that you can receive time credit if that's appropriate in your case. And I'm also gonna appoint an attorney to represent you. Her name is Amanda Bynum. Her phone number and information will be in the court order you receive from this hearing. I'm gonna set a hearing for you for Monday, the 29th at 1 p.m. That'll be in front of Judge Foster at the Justice Court. I'm also going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. And I want to advise you that you have a right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney. As I mentioned, I'm appointing Ms. Bynum to represent you. You have a right to be presumed innocent and to have the state bear the burden of proof in this case. And that proof is to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I'm entering pleas of not guilty on your behalf, and further advise you that you have a right to attend all hearings in your case, to include a trial where, again, you are presumed innocent and it's on the state to prove otherwise. However, if you fail to attend any hearings in your case, to include a trial, those hearings or trial could proceed in your absence, so you wouldn't have the opportunity to participate, present a defense, and so forth. You could have new charges filed against you, or a warrant could issue for your arrest. Additionally, if you're found guilty at a trial and are unable to be sentenced within 90 days because you're absent, then you may lose the right to appeal that conviction. Do you understand all that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Then that's all I have for you. You'll be seen by Judge Foster on Monday. Hopefully, Ms. Bynum will be able to reach out to you before then, but please make sure and contact her and stay in contact with her so you're up to date on the next stages in your case, okay?
Thanks, Your Honor. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
And Your Honor, I'm just going to assume the next one, Polsnik, may still be unavailable, which is an interpreter matter.
Yes, that is. And do we? I'm sorry. Do we have a Russian interpreter on? Oh, perfect. Then no harm, no foul there.
Your Honor, the jail is reporting that he's in the hospital.
Okay, so he's unavailable. Got it.
And Your Honor, if I may, this is a Spanish court interpreter. Can we check with the jail if there's any Spanish speakers today?
Sure. I don't believe there are. Jail, can you confirm that?
They're saying there are none.
Okay. All right. Then with that, I'll excuse the Spanish interpreter. Thank you very much for showing up this morning.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Yes, I'm Fernando Ricardo Lazo, and good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. And I'm sorry, what's your date of birth?
11/1/87.
Thank you. Lazo, good morning. You're being seen here today based on a single charge of domestic violence disorderly conduct allegedly occurring yesterday evening. Remind you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Don't believe you're being held on any other matter. I do need to confirm, do you live with the alleged victim in this case, Ms. Martinez?
Sister,
Okay.
I've been staying there because I have a month-to-month lease. I'm probably just gonna let it expire at the place and just get me a new place and start all over.
Don't reside with Martinez. Is that correct?
No, no.
So, Mr. Lazo, I'm going to set a hearing for you. It's on arraignment. And that'll be at 10:30 on October the 7th at the Pima
Okay.
County Justice Court. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, I'm remodeling the courthouses right now. I'm doing the Superior Court, and I just finished the Pima County Admin, so I'm very familiar with that.
Well, then hopefully you should have no problem finding the place. But your hearing is going to be on the 7th. If I release you from custody, we promise me you will appear at that hearing.
Yes, sir. 100%. I will be there on time. 15 minutes early.
Then I will release you on your promise. I'm going to order that you not have any contact with the alleged victim, Martinez, or go to where she works or lives.
Okay.
I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, and that you not commit any acts of domestic violence. Do you understand all that?
Yes, sir.
Then you'll be released later today. Please make sure and attend your hearing. Otherwise, a warrant could issue for your arrest, and you can end up right back in custody. Okay.
Yes, sir. No problem, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Have a great morning.
You too.
Lopez.
Hello,
Hello. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Angeline Lopez. Angeline Desiree Lopez, sorry.
And what's your date of birth?
March 22nd, 1993.
So if it's morning, it's time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on two different matters. We'll talk about both of them in turn. The first involves a charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. This allegedly occurred yesterday evening. And the second involves a warrant that was issued by Judge Charlene Pesquera earlier this month, and the second related to a charge of domestic violence assault, misdemeanor domestic violence assault. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. I'm just going to check here. I don't believe you're being held on any other matter. And I don't think there was a pretrial services report for you. Okay. All right. So, Ms. Lopez, I'm going to set a hearing for you on October the 7th at 10:30 in the morning. That'll be in front of Judge Garza at the Pima County Justice Court. Do you know where that is?
Yes, I do.
If I release you, you promise me you will appear at the courthouse on that day?
Yes, I promise.
I'm gonna release you on your promise to appear. And I'm gonna order that on the warrant case that you have no contact with the alleged victim, to include going to where they work or live, that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, and that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you understand all that?
Yes, I do.
And likewise, for your new case, the drug paraphernalia case, I'm going to set the same date, same hearing, and release you on that promise. Same conditions will apply. Oh, I'm sorry. The only condition that's similar is the no alcohol or drugs. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right, ma'am. You're going to be released later today. Please make sure and attend your hearing. Otherwise, a warrant could issue for your arrest.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You're excused. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Jaden Ray Scholes, December 22nd, 2006.
Thank you, Michelle. Good morning. This time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a single charge of domestic violence disorderly conduct, misdemeanor domestic violence disorderly conduct, excuse me, allegedly occurring yesterday evening. You do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. I
Sir.
believe we have the alleged victim on the line. Miss Huerta, are you present with us today?
Yes, I am. I'm here.
Okay, good morning. My name is Judge Padilla. I'm presiding over this initial appearance session. The purpose of this hearing is to determine whether or not Mr. Scholes will be released, and if so, what conditions will apply to that release. We're not going to be discussing the evidence, the facts of the case, and we're not going to be talking about anything other than whether or not he'll be released. So if you have any concerns, I do believe you spoke with pretrial services before. So is and correct, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you informed pretrial services that you do not object to Mr. Scholes being released or having further contact with him. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like me to know before I decide on conditions of release?
No, that's all.
Okay. All right. All right, Ms. Scholes. I don't believe you're being held on any other matter, so I'm going to set an arraignment for you. That'll be on October the 7th at 10:30 in the morning at the Pima County Justice Court. Do you know where that is?
No, sir.
Okay. It's in downtown Tucson. Do you think you can get downtown on the 7th if I
Yeah.
release you?
Yes, sir.
You promise me you'll attend that hearing if I release you.
Yes, sir. You have my word.
And I'm going to set that hearing and I'm going to release you on your promise. I'm going to order that you not commit any acts of domestic violence or possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm not going to order no contact with Ms. Huerta based on her input, but I do want to remind you that any contact you have with her has to be peaceful, lawful, and if she decides not to have any further contact with you, you need to break off contact and leave the area. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right. You'll be released later today. Please make sure and attend your hearing. Otherwise, you can end up right back in custody. Okay. Don't want that to happen.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. You're excused.
Thank you.
All right, Mr.
Dapia?
Thank you very much. You can disconnect or continue to observe if you wish. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Claudia Brianna Tapan, February 6, 1996.
Dapia, thank you. Good morning. This is time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a misdemeanor complaint of domestic violence assault allegedly occurring earlier today. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Just give me 1 second. I need to take a look at some information for you. All right, you're not being held on any other matter. Here's the alleged victim. Do you live with the alleged victim, Mr. Sines?
Yes, I do.
Do you have somewhere else where you can reside for the next couple of weeks?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Sines indicating that he does not object to your release or to having further contact, but does not wish you to return to the residence, if I'm reading this correctly.
Okay.
Given that, I'm going to set an arraignment for you, a hearing in front of the Oro Valley Magistrate Judge Hazel. That hearing is going to be on October the 22nd at 10:30 in the morning at the Oro Valley City Court. Do you know where that is?
I don't, but I could figure it out.
Okay. It's on North La Cañada Road. We be able to attend a hearing if I release you from custody?
Yes.
And if I release you, will you promise me you will attend that hearing?
Yes, of course.
Then I'm going to release you on your promise. The address and phone number will be in the order you received from today's hearing, but you can also Google the Oro Valley City Court. I'm gonna order that you not go back to the residence. I'm not gonna order no contact based on the victim's input, but please make sure not to go back to the residence unless you're going to be picking up personal belongings. If you have any personal belongings you'd like to pick up, I'll allow you to return one time. with a police escort. So what that means is if you have any personal effects you want to gather from the home, you need to call law enforcement first. You can use 311, the non-emergency line, arrange for a police escort to police to be with you while you gather your belongings, and then you leave with them. You can't go to the residence otherwise. You understand? I'll also order you not possess, consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, or commit any acts of domestic violence. And that's all I have for you, man. Please make sure and attend your hearings. Otherwise, you can end up right back in custody. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Make sure you go to the police, okay?
Morning, sir.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Alfredo Torres, 1985.
Mr. Torres, good morning. You're being seen here today based on 3 criminal charges. Excuse me, involving misdemeanor domestic violence disorderly conduct and misdemeanor domestic violence criminal damage. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. I'm just going to take a look here at your pretrial services report. All right. Okay. The alleged victim in this case and victim representative spoke with pretrial services. They don't object to your being released from custody, but don't wish to have further contact with you right now. Do you have somewhere else where you can reside?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're not being held on any other matter. I'm going to set your arraignment in front of Judge Garza on October the 7th at 10:30 in the morning at the Pima County Justice Court. You know where that is, sir?
Yes, sir.
If I release you, promise me you'll attend your hearing on the 7th?
Yes, sir.
All right, then I'm going to release you on your promise. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, and that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim, to include going back to the residence, unless you're gathering your personal effects. So I will allow you to go back to gather any clothing or personal belongings you may need. The way you'll do that is by contacting law enforcement. You can call 311 or visit a substation or sheriff's, police department or sheriff's substation. Arrange for them to be present with you while you gather belongings and then leave with them. You can't go back to the residence without a police escort. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Then you'll be released later today. Please make sure and attend your hearing. Otherwise, warrant could issue for your arrest. All right. All right. That's all. Thank you. Certainly.
Boom.
All right. Thank you. Good morning. Can you please
Good morning.
and date of birth?
Jose Armando Velasco the third, 06/10/1996.
Mr. Velasco, good morning. This time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today on a couple different matters. Step through them one at a time. The first involves a warrant that was issued for your arrest by Judge Raymond Carroll out of the Green Valley Justice Court from, looks like 2 years ago, October 2023. And this relates to a charge of driving on a suspended license. And the next involves a new criminal charge involving, let's see, driving on a suspended license, a civil traffic violation of not having valid insurance, and having open container of liquor in a passenger vehicle. These are alleged to have occurred yesterday evening. To remind you, you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. All right. Looks like you're not being held on any other matter. And since this is not a victim case, I don't need to look for the inputs. So on your Green Valley case, Mr. Velasco, I'm going to set a hearing for you on October the 2nd at 8:30. If I release you from custody, will you promise me you will appear at that hearing?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to order, again, set that hearing. It's October the 2nd, 8:30 in the morning. That's in Green Valley, at the Green Valley Justice Court. On your city court matter, I'm going to set a hearing for you on October 27th at 9 a.m. I'm sorry, at 2:30 p.m. Excuse me. That'll be in front of Judge Jake Cranshaw of the Tucson City Court. Again, sir, if I release you, promise me you'll appear at that hearing?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Then I will release you on your promise. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs and not drive without a valid license. I'm also going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf to the charges. Further advise you that in addition to the right to remain silent, you also have the right to an attorney, which may be appointed to you by the court or obtained by you at your own expense. You also have the right to attend all hearings in this case, to be presumed innocent, and to have the state bear the burden of proof. The burden of proof you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. However, if you have failed to attend any hearings in your case, to include any trial that may occur, you may have new charges filed against you, a warrant issued for your arrest, or those hearings could go forward without you being present to provide evidence or defense in your case, okay? Additionally, if you're found guilty at a trial and are unable to be sentenced within 90 days because of your absence, you may lose the right to appeal that conviction. Do you understand all that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, sir. Then you'll be released later today. Please make sure and attend both your hearings. Otherwise, you can end up right back in jail, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. You're excused.
Good morning.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Dean Calvin Adaway III,
And what's your date of birth?
11/24/1993.
Grab the right file here. And I'm sorry, last name Adaway, correct?
Yes, sir.
I just want to make sure I had that one right. All right. Adaway, good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a misdemeanor charge of domestic violence criminal damage allegedly occurring yesterday evening.
Sir.
To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Give me 1 second. I need to take a look here at the court. All right. Don't believe you're being held on any other matter here, Mr. Adaway. See what the victim had to say. All right. It's like the alleged victim doesn't object to you being released or to having further contact with you and does welcome you home. You're also not pending on any other matters that I can see. So, Mr. Adaway, I'm going to set a hearing for you in front of Judge Wendy Million. He's a judge at the Tucson City Court. I'm going to set that hearing for November the 4th
Thank you.
at 1:30. If I release you from custody, will you promise me you'll appear at that hearing, sir?
Sir, I will. November 4th, 1:30.
Good memory. All right, then I will release you on your promise. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs or commit any acts of domestic violence.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not going to order no contact based on the alleged victim's wishes or their expressions to pretrial services. Just want to remind you that any contact you have has to be peaceful, lawful, and if at any time they don't wish to have any more contact with you, it's on you to walk away. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. You'll be released later today. Please make sure and attend your hearings. Otherwise, you could end up right back in custody. Okay.
Understood. Thank you. Have a good day.
Ms. Chase.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Again, Tierra Chase, September 8th, 2003.
Thank you, Ms. Chase. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're being seen here this morning based on 2 charges of misdemeanor domestic violence assault and domestic violence disorderly conduct. These allegedly occurred yesterday afternoon. Just a reminder, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. I'm just going to take a look here at your file for a second so I can make sure I'm fully understanding the case, okay?
Okay.
Okay. I'm Chase. I don't believe you're being held on any other matter. You don't reside with the alleged victim, correct?
No, sir.
All right. I'm going to set a hearing for you in front of Judge Wendy Million at the Tucson City Court.
Okay.
That hearing is going to be on November the 4th at 1:30. If I release you from custody, will you promise me you'll appear at that hearing?
Absolutely.
If I release you from custody, you promise me you will not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim, to include going to where he works or lives.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to release you in your promise. Again, I'm going to order that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim. This is, to be clear, this order is above and beyond the order of protection that I believe the alleged victim already has in place.
Mhm.
Second order. That's important to remember because any continued contact could result in additional charges that may escalate to a felony level. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Chase, you'll be released later today. Please make sure and attend your hearings. Otherwise, a warrant could issue for your arrest. Thank you.
Yeah. Garcia, let's see right there. Please take your arms out of your shirt. Stay on shirt. Arms out of your shirt. I'm seeing the brown shirt, please.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Good morning, Your Honor. Is it Luis Garcia?
What's your date of birth?
11/1/91.
Mr. Garcia, good morning. It's time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today on 3 different charges from earlier this morning.
Yes, sir.
Criminal trespass in the first degree, possession of drug paraphernalia, and refusing to provide truthful name to law enforcement. Remind you do have the right to remain, I'm sorry, you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Let's take a look here. I don't believe you're being held on anything else.
No, sir.
Mr. Garcia, here in front of Judge Jerry Hale at the Tucson City Court. That hearing is going to be on October the 27th at 9:30 in the morning. If I release you from custody, will you promise me you'll appear at that hearing?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to release you on your promise. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. And further advise you do have the right to counsel, which may be appointed to you by the court based on your circumstances, or you may hire one at your own expense. You have the right to attend all hearings in this case and to be presumed innocent and have the state bear the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt of your guilt. However, if you fail to attend any hearings in your case, to include a trial, you may not only lose the right to participate and present a defense, you may have additional charges filed against you, have a warrant issued for your arrest, and those hearings could proceed in your absence. Additionally, if you're found guilty at a trial and are unable to be sentenced within 90 days because of your absence, then you may lose the right to appeal. You understand all that?
Yes, sir.
Then you're going to be released today. Again, I'm sorry, I'm going to order you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim, to include going to where this incident allegedly occurred. And that's all I have for you, sir. Thank you. You're excused.
Yeah.
Royal.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Peyton Joel, date of birth 5/20/03.
Mr. Joel. It's time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on some misdemeanor charges out of the Tucson City Court. These charges relate to misdemeanor domestic violence assault, misdemeanor domestic violence disorderly conduct, allegedly occurring earlier today. And to remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Just going to take a look here at the file in your case so I can get a better understanding of the facts before I make a decision on release. All right. Mr. Joel, I'm going to set your arraignment for October the 23rd.
Okay.
At 10 a.m. in front of Judge Wendy Million. If I release you from custody, you promise me you will appear at that hearing.
Yes, sir, I promise.
All right, I'm going to order you as a condition of release that you not possess any alcohol or illegal drugs, that you not
Yes,
commit
sir.
an act of domestic violence, and based on the input from the alleged victims, I'm not going to order no contact. But again, I am ordering that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, and we want to advise you that any contact you have with the alleged victims needs to be peaceful, lawful, and if they decide they don't want to have any more contact, it's on you to walk away. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's all I have for you, sir. Please make sure and attend your hearings, otherwise a warrant could issue for your arrest.
All right, thank you.
Ready? See you right there.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Jamie Reuben Kearney, April 11th, 1970, or 11/70.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kearney. This is time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on it's to be a warrant issued by Judge Antonio Riojas at the Tucson City Court. Actually, looks like you have 4 different cases, all involving charges of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree and failing to appear. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Gonna take a look here. I believe you're being held in any other matter. All right, sir. All right, sir. I'm gonna set a hearing for you in front of Judge Jay Cranshaw. That'll be on October the 27th at 2:30. If I release you from custody today, will you promise me you'll appear at that hearing, sir?
I don't have a residence. I don't have a residence to appear. At the court, I was offering to serve the time until I could leave.
Well, so you don't need a residence in order to attend court. You just need to be able to get to the Tucson City Courthouse.
I don't have a residence. But may I serve the time? That's what I've offered the officers at the scene.
Well, so that's not up to me. I'm merely executing the warrant that was issued by the judge.
Prove my
What I
next
need to do
email.
is determine whether or not you can attend the hearing. If I release you.
I might not be able to attend that.
All right, sir. Then rather than that October 27th hearing, I'm going to set a little bit quicker hearing on the 7th, October the 7th at 1:45 in the afternoon. Again, that'll be in front of Judge Cranshaw. And I'm going to impose a bond on you. Let's see. That bond will be $500, cash secured. And I'm going to appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. All right, sir. I'm going to impose bond, $500, cash secured. I'm going to appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. So you'll be staying in custody unless you post a bond. If you do post a bond, again, hearing is going to be on October the 7th. If you're still in custody, you'll be seen by Judge Cranshaw, much in the same way you're appearing in front of me this morning. And with that, that's all I have for you, sir. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
I've seen you for that.
No,
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
so it's Breda, Rodrigo Gonzalez, but now I'm Breda Pastor, 03-1898.
Thank you, Ms. Pastor. This time, set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on 2 misdemeanor charges of domestic violence disorderly conduct and domestic violence assault, allegedly occurring earlier this morning. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. I'm going to take a look here at some information so I can get a better understanding of the case. Okay. All right. Don't believe you're being held on anything else. And the alleged victim does not object to your being released or to returning home, to your returning home, I should say. So I'm going to set a hearing for you in front of Judge Wendy Million. That's going to be at the Tucson City Court in downtown Tucson. Do you know where that is?
No, but I can look it up.
Again, downtown Tucson on West Alameda Street. I'm going to set your hearing for November the 4th, I should say, at 1:30 in the afternoon. Again, that's in front of Judge Million. If I release you from custody, will you promise me you'll appear at that hearing?
Yes.
I'm going to release you on your promise. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs or commit any acts of domestic violence. I will not order no contact between you and the alleged victim based on his express wishes to pretrial services. But just remind you, any contact that you have with the alleged victim does need to be peaceful, lawful, and if they decide to not have any more contact, it's on you to leave. Okay.
Okay.
That's all I have,
Okay.
ma'am. You're going to be released later today. Please make sure and attend your hearings. Otherwise, a warrant could issue for your arrest.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ortiz.
Morning.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Aldrin Ortiz, 11/10/96.
All right. Mr. Ortiz, good morning. It's time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here. I'm sorry, 1 second. Just need to take a look here. Got a couple of files. Make sure I'm understanding this one. All right. Appears you've got a couple of different matters here. One is a post adjudication warrant from a, looks to be a 2018 case in the city court. And the other is a new charge or new charges of misdemeanor conduct, domestic violence assault, domestic violence endangerment, and domestic violence criminal damage. Allegedly occurring yesterday evening.
Yes.
Remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Just take a look here. Pretrial services report. All right.
Thanks.
All right. Mr. Ortiz, I'm gonna impose the bonds requested in the post adjudication warrant.
All right.
That bond amount is $2,499. I'm gonna make that cash or secured,
All right.
and I'm gonna set. Give me 1 second. All right. All right. I'm going to consolidate the cases that you have in front of Judge Million. That way, we're not bringing you back and forth too many times. I'm gonna set a video review hearing.
Right.
That's gonna be on October the 6th at 1:30 in the afternoon. Because I'm holding you, I'm gonna appoint an attorney to represent you. That'll be the Tucson City Public Defender's Office. So an attorney from that office will be assigned to represent you in this matter. All right, Mr. Ortiz. Again, I'm consolidating your cases so that hopefully they can all be resolved at one time, or at least they can all be reviewed at one time. I'm going to set your video review here in October for October 6th at 1:30 in front of Judge Millian. That means you're going to be seen by her in the same way you're appearing in front of me right now. She may send the other matter back to Judge Cranshaw, but at least for now, I want to make sure she's seen the whole picture. If you do post the bond and are released, I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, commit any acts of domestic violence, or have any contact of any kind with the alleged victims, to include going to where they work or live. All right, sir. Got a lot going on. Please make sure and communicate with your attorneys. If you do post the bond, please make sure and attend your hearing. Otherwise, warrant could issue for your arrest and you can end up right back in jail. Okay? Well, thank you. You're excused.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
It's Keyshawn Jordan Peterson, and date of birth is 02/25/2001.
Mr. Peterson, good morning. This time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a misdemeanor charge of domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct, and domestic violence criminal damage. These all allegedly occurred earlier this morning. To
Yes, sir.
remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. I'm just going to take a look here at your file, make sure I'm understanding the case. All right, sir, you're not being held on any other matter, and the alleged victim in the case does not object to you being released or to having further contact with you. So I'm going to set an arraignment for you. That's going to be in front of Judge Wendy Millian at the Tucson City Court. And that'll be on November 4th at 1:30.
Is there any? I'm so sorry. Is there any way I can get that date a little bit sooner at all? Or does it have to be on November 4th? I just asked, and I do apologize.
Nope. That's perfectly okay. The court's calendar, the Tucson City Court calendar, is set by the judges at the city court. I can't amend or abridge that. The only way I would be able to get you a more expedited hearing is to hold you in custody. I don't feel that's necessary at this point, given all the facts and the evidence that I'm seeing. I'm not sure you'd want to stay at the jail for now. So the hearing will be on November 4th in front of Judge Millian. If I release you, will you promise me you'll appear there?
Yep, 100%.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to release you on your promise. I'm going to order that you not commit any acts of domestic violence or possess any alcohol or illegal drugs. I am not going to order no contact based on the alleged victim's expressed wishes to pretrial services, but I do remind you that any contact you do have with the alleged victim needs to be peaceful, lawful, and if they decide not to have any contact, it's up to you to break off and leave the area. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. 100%.
All right, so you're going to be released later today. Please make sure and attend your hearing. Otherwise, you're going to end up right back in custody. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. You're excused.
Dapia.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Daniel Alberto Tapia.
And your date of birth?
01/11/94.
Ms. Dapia, good morning. Time set for
Morning.
initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a single charge of domestic violence, preventing or interfering with the use of a telephone to contact emergency services. This allegedly occurred earlier today. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. I'm gonna take a look here at your file for a second so I can get some more information. All right. Ms. Tapan, do you live with the alleged victim, Ms. Arvizu?
I do.
You have somewhere else where you can reside in the next couple of weeks?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, sir. Arvizu does not object to you being released from custody, but does object to having further contact with you. So I'm going to I'm gonna set your arraignment hearing for November the 4th at 1:30.
1:30.
Yes, November the 4th at 1:30 in front of Judge Wendy Milling at the Tucson City Court. You know where that is?
Yes, sir, I do.
Then I'll set the hearing for the 4th. If I release you, will you promise me you'll appear at that hearing?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna release you on your promise. I'm going to order that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim, to include going to where they work or live. I will allow you to return to gather any personal belongings you may need in the interim. You're gonna do that with a law enforcement escort. So if you do wish to gather your personal belongings, you're gonna have to contact police, have an escort with you, have them escort you to the residence, be with you while you're gathering your belongings, and then leave with them. You're not allowed to go to the residence otherwise. You understand?
Sounds good, yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, I'm also going to order you not commit any acts of domestic violence or possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. All right, sir. That's all I have for you. You're going to be released later today. Please make sure and attend your hearings. Otherwise, a warrant could issue for your arrest.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You.
See that nonsense.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
That's Kenneth Golden, September 28th, 1993.
Different one. All right. Mr. Golden, good morning. You're being seen here today based on a warrant that was issued for your arrest by Judge Renee Garza at the Tucson, I'm sorry, at the Pima County Justice Court, excuse me. That warrant relates to charges of shoplifting and failing to appear. Allegedly occurring in June and July of this year, respect. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also you appear to have a Tucson City Court matter where you're being held. Right. That case is not before me this morning. So I don't have any further information than what I can see from jail records, but on this shoplifting warrant, I'm gonna set a hearing for you in front of Judge Renee Garza. It's gonna be an arraignment. That'll be on October the 7th at 8:30 in the morning.
And Judge,
Yes.
that's a good. I had lost all my paperwork for the court date. I've been calling my probation officer to get like the dates up to date because all my paperwork that I had got stolen. And I wasn't able to get a hold of him. I called, left voicemails, and then I called the supervisor, left a voicemail, and I met with him last week and just got my information to know that I missed that court date. You're supposed to email the judge to update them what happens and see if there was a way that I could, get it rescheduled because I wasn't on purpose. I had missed my court.
Okay. So as far as the probation matters concerned at the city, again, that one's not before me. So to the extent you've been communicating with your either probation officer or if you have an attorney in the case, continue to do that. The only thing I'm going to do for this justice court case, the warrant that you have, is set you for an arraignment so that you can resolve it and hopefully, proceed on with whatever the correct disposition of the case is. That's going to be for October 7th at 8:30 in the morning. I will let the justice court know that you have the city court hold just in case you're still in custody. So they may end up seeing you the same way you're appearing in front of me this morning. But I'm otherwise going to release you on this justice court matter and set that hearing. So as far as this is concerned, again, I'm not going to hold you on it. So if you are still in custody on the 7th, you'll be seen probably remotely or transported on your city court matter. I don't have any more information on that one. So you just have to work through the probation office and the city public defender's office if they've been appointed for you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's all I have for you, sir. Thank you. You excused.
I'll see you right there in the contract.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Marcos Martinez, 1180.
All right. Mr. Martinez, good morning. It's time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a warrant that was issued out of the Tucson City Court.
Yeah.
To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent and anything you say can be held against you. I believe you're being held on a separate matter at the Pima County Superior Court. That matter is not before me today, just the city court matter. So on that I'm gonna appoint the city public defender's office to represent you and set a non-transport review hearing for November the 21st at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Blue. If you're still in custody, you may be seen by Judge Blue remotely, the way you're appearing in front of me this morning, but otherwise, I'm not going to hold you on this case.
Yeah.
But please make sure and communicate with your attorney so you can be tracking on anything you need to be doing before your hearing, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir. You're excused.
Thank you.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Robert David Modis Jr., July 19th, 1990.
Mr. Mark, good morning. It's time to set your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a felony complaint of aggravated assault on a minor under the age of 15. Two counts. Sorry. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay? All right. Review the interim complaint for Mr. Modis, as well as the pretrial services report and the county attorney's recommendation, which is for release to pretrial services. Anything else to add, Mr. Goodman?
Your Honor, I know this occurred near his home, so I know there's usually the general do not return to the incident location. The state would be okay if he went back to his home, just no contact with any of the victims.
Okay. Depends. I'm inclined to agree with the state. Any objection or additional comment?
No, thank you.
All right. Mr. Modis, I'm going to order you be released to the supervision of pretrial services. And I'm going to set a preliminary hearing for you on October the 17th at 1:30 in the afternoon. As a condition of release, I'm going to order that you submit to any monitoring or treatment that pretrial services has for you or directs. Basically, if they tell you you need to do something, you need to comply, okay? I'm going to order that you not have any contact with any alleged victim, to include going to where they work, live, or attend school. And I don't believe there's anything else. So, sir, you're going to be released. You need to contact pretrial services as soon as possible, as well as your attorneys, and stay in contact with both of them. And above all else, do not miss any hearings in this case. Otherwise, a warrant could issue for your arrest and you can end up right back in custody. Okay? All right, sir. Thanks. That's all for you.
Thank you.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Isaiah Johnson, 51003.
Johnson, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on the misdemeanor charges of domestic violence assault and domestic violence disorderly conduct that allegedly occurred yesterday evening. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. I'm just going to take a look here. Jail personnel, can you confirm, I see here a petition filed by looks to be Miranda Public Police Department, an application for emergency admission. Can you confirm the Title 36 hold for Mr. Johnson?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, Mr. Johnson, you're being held in a separate but related matter. It's has to do with mental health concerns. So folks trying to keep you safe. Because of that, I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you on this criminal matter. That's okay. You can ask a question if you need to.
Oh, I'm being held. I got to stay here.
Yes, sir. You're going to be held for some mental health concerns. They just need to make sure that you're going to be safe if released.
I'm gonna be all right. I'm just gonna go home.
Well, sir, that matter is not before me today. That is going to be with a separate judge at a separate time. So for now, it's going to have to sit tight. Let that process work its way through. On this misdemeanor criminal matter, I'm going to set an arraignment date for you. That is going to be on Monday, the 29th at noon. Since you're being, I'm going to impose a bond just so you can receive potential time credit. That'll be 150. And like I said, I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. That attorney's name is Janet Altschuler. She'll hopefully be reaching out to you shortly. And let me just make sure of one other thing.
That's just gonna make that. I'm not making it.
All right, it appears the alleged victim doesn't object to having further contact with you, so or object to your being released. I'm not going to order no contact, just that you not have any alcohol or illegal drugs in your possession, and you're not committing the acts of domestic violence. So again, sir, for right now, you have to sit tight. Hopefully, the other evaluation process will proceed more.
Oh, I can't pay my bills. I can't. No, that's what I was supposed to come out today. I had an interview. I had to go. I don't know what to do now. Like, I'm not even gonna be able to get my son because I can't. Don't have. I'm not gonna be able to see him because I don't have power in the house. I don't know what to do.
Ms. Johnson.
I don't know what to do. Listen, Judge. I'm sorry.
That's okay, sir. I'm sure that's really stressful for you. Well, I can tell you right now, the best thing that you can do right now is cooperate with the jail staff, cooperate with the medical staff, and reach out to your attorney. She can provide you all the legal assistance and advice you're going to need.
I'm going to be held. I'm sorry.
I can't tell you when the other matter is going to resolve itself. I can just tell you that for this matter that I just said, you're going to be seen on Monday. Okay? So you're going to be seen relatively quickly. You'll have your attorney assisting you. Please cooperate with her. Please cooperate with the jail staff. Okay? All right, Ms. Johnson. Unfortunately, I have to move on to some other cases, sir. So you're excused. Good luck. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth? Sorry, Joe, can you unmute? Let's try that one more time. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth, sir?
William Bartholomew Ratliff, 12379.
Mr. Ratliff, good morning. It's time to set your initial appearance. You're being seen here today on a couple of different matters. The first involves a warrant that was issued by Judge Sue Canastra at the Pima County Superior Court. And this related to a charge of disorderly conduct with a weapon. Allegedly occurring in June this year. And the other matter involves a warrant that was issued several warrants, I should say, from the Tucson City Court. Oh, my apologies. There's a new charge and then the additional warrants. New charge relates to a charge of possession of a drug paraphernalia from yesterday afternoon. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you in this felony matter. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay? Review the warrant and the pretrial services report, noting Mr. Ratliff is a 5 and a 6 on the NCAA scales, respectively. You know, there was pretrial services indicated that Mr. Ratliff did not contact them or make any contact with them after his initial arrest on this matter. There was an indication that he was at a Sonoran Mental Health Center at the time. And do note this is the only felony matter that was reported by pretrial services. County Attorney's recommendations for the warrant amount of $1,000 to be honored with pretrial services supervision. Anything else to add, Mr. Goodman?
Your Honor, he may or may not have been in treatment, you know, at that time, but regardless, he still didn't contact pretrial, and he essentially incurred a new offense, which is what brought him into custody to address this matter.
Okay. Thank you. Defense?
Your Honor, he doesn't have any felony convictions. He's lived in Tucson for 15 years and has ties to the community. He is homeless and disabled and does report having been in a mental health facility at the time the warrant issued. I would ask the court to consider giving him another chance at pretrial services release. If the court is inclined to impose a bond, I request it to be $500.
Given everything I've seen, plus the additional offenses, I think the warrant amount requested by Judge Canastra is appropriate. I'm going to make it $1,000 cash is secured and order pretrial services supervision if bond is posted. I'll order Mr. Ratliff that you not possess any alcohol or illegal drugs or any firearms or weapons, and surrender any firearms you may have to law enforcement within 48 hours of being released if the bond is posted. And I'm going to set your arraignment for October the 3rd at 1:30 in the afternoon. On your city court matter, I'm going to set a hearing for you a little bit further out to allow your felony matter to unfold a bit. That hearing is going to be on November the 21st at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Hale at the Tucson City Court. And I'm going to appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you, given that there's the separate felony matter. So essentially, so you're going to have two different attorneys representing you, one for the felony, one for the misdemeanor charges. On the misdemeanor charges, I'm going to further order that you not have any contact of any kind with any alleged victim in the warrant cases, to include going to where they work or live, or returning to any incident location, that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. On the new charges of paraphernalia, I'll enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf and further advise that you are presumed innocent. You have the rights previously mentioned to remain silent to counsel. You have a right to attend all hearings in your case and to be presumed innocent and have the state bear the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt. However, if you fail to attend any hearing or a trial in that case, you may have new charges filed against you. You may obviously not be able to present a defense. You could have a warrant issued for your arrest, and those hearings could go forward in your absence. If you're convicted at a trial and are unable to be sentenced within 90 days, then you may lose the right to appeal that conviction. Do you understand all that, sir?
Yes,
sir. Then you'll be held pending your arraignments. If you are released, please make sure and attend all hearings, contact pretrial services and your attorneys, and stay in contact with both. And above all else, do not miss any hearings in your case. Thank you. You're excused.
Peterson.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Mark Carlson, Stapleton, 11/27/1994.
Stapleton, good morning. It's time set for your initial appearance. You are here on 2 charges of possession of a dangerous drug and possession of drug paraphernalia. Remind you have the right to remain silent. Appears the state is moving to dismiss without prejudice. Is that correct, Mr. Goodman?
That's correct, Your Honor, but I believe he still has a probation hold to address.
All right, so Mr. Stapleton, I believe. All right, so Mr. Stapleton, the state is moving to dismiss the charges against you. Sorry, defense, I'm assuming no objection.
No objection.
All right, so the state's moving to dismiss this these charges rather without prejudice. I'm going to grant that motion. They could bring it back at a separate time if they elect to do so, but for now, you're not going to be held any further. You still, I believe, have a probation hold. That's not before me this morning. So please contact or keep in touch with your attorneys in that matter. And otherwise, that's all I have for you. Thanks. You're excused.
What does that mean?
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Jose Alejandro Alarcón Jr. 191.
Mr. Alarcón, apologies.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir. This is time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today on 3 different matters. The first involves a felony complaint of aggravated assault, allegedly occurring yesterday afternoon. The other 2 matters involve warrants issued for your arrest by Judge Renee Garza and Judge Kendrick Wilson, Pima County Justice Court. These relate to charges of criminal trespass in the 2nd degree from April of 2024 and criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, and assault from May of 2024. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay? All right. I reviewed the interim complaint, as well as the pretrial services report, which notes the defendant doesn't have any holds, but does have, I think, in addition to the warrants I just previously mentioned, another warrant out of the Gonzalez Justice Court. He was rated a 6 out of 6 on the NCAA scales. The alleged victim was it reached for comment? The alleged victim in the felony matters to say. And I do know 4 prior felony offenses dating back to 2012, the most recent 2019. State's recommendation was for $60,000 bond plus pretrial services. Anything else to add, Mr. Goodman?
Your Honor, I might have accidentally put knife. I believe glass was involved in this incident, so my apologies to that. But nonetheless, this incident occurred, I believe, near, what is it, Gospel Rescue Mission, which is where people receive treatment, which is concerning. So the state's, asking for the higher bond, given the history, the statistical risks, and the allegations of what would appear to be stabbing the victim with glass in the head from what the interim complaint kind of lays out.
Okay. Thank you. In defense?
Your Honor, he is a lifelong resident of Tucson with ties to the community. He did report pretrial services that he's currently employed. However, he's not able to post a $60,000 bond. I would request that you impose a bond of $30,000.
I'm actually going to impose a higher bond, given the nature of the allegations, the threats made, and the potential danger to the victim. I'm going to impose a $75,000 cash secured bond and order pretrial services supervision of the defendant if bond is posted. I'm going to order that he not possess any or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, possess any firearms or weapons, and surrender any firearms to law enforcement if bond is posted. Most importantly, I'm going to order no contact with the alleged victim or a return to the incident location. Preliminary hearing is going to be set for October the 7th at 1:30 in the afternoon. And on the misdemeanor matters, Mr. Alarcon, I'm going to honor the bonds in the respective warrants so that you can receive time credit if that's appropriate. And I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you in both of those matters. That'll be Mr. Brent Cicero. I believe I'm saying that correctly. His phone number will be in the order you'll receive from this hearing. On the assault warrant, I'm gonna set the bond at $500 cash secured. And I'll set a pretrial conference in front of Judge Foster for Monday the 29th at 1 p.m. And on the separate criminal trust requested was $250. Again, Mr. Sarah will be appointed to you in that case, and the same hearing date will apply. All right, sir. That's all I have for you. Thank you. You're excused. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Morning, my name is Fris. Well, I'm going to 35.
Good morning. This is time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here on two different matters. The first is a felony complaint alleging aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, dangerous instrument, allegedly occurring yesterday. And the second involves a misdemeanor case out of the Tucson City Court involving criminal trespass and failing to appear. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay? I have reviewed the interim complaint, the pretrial services report. Mr. Curtis is a 5 and a 6 and a 5, sorry, on the NCFTA scales. It does have 1, 2, 3, 4 prior felony convictions dating back 2016. The most recent being 2020. Victim input wasn't able to be solicited. And third party reference couldn't be contacted. County attorney's recommendation is $150,000 bond plus pretrial services. Anything else to add, Mr. Goodman?
Your Honor, victim input couldn't be obtained because the victim's intubated at the hospital right now. I don't know if that means critical condition or stable, but this defendant did stab that victim in the neck with a knife. He fled the scene, changed his clothes, tried to hide, at least discard the knife, but I don't believe was successful. And he does have a history of violence. That's why the state's recommending the much higher bond that it is.
Thank you. Oh, and defense?
Your Honor, he is a lifelong resident of Tucson who has ties to the community. He is currently homeless and unemployed, so he's unable to post any significant amount of bond. I would request that you set the bond in this case at $75,000.
I'll set the bond at $100,000 cash secured and order pretrial services supervised. Curtis, if bond posted. Standard conditions apply: no alcohol or drugs, no firearms or weapons, and no, obviously no contact with the alleged victim, to include going to where they work or live. On the misdemeanor matter, Mr. Curtis, I'm going to appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you. Their contact information will be in the copy of the court order you received from today's hearing. And I'm going to set a review hearing for November the 21st at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Maldonado at the Tucson City Court. If you, I'm not going to hold you on the city court case given the felony. All right, sir. That's all I have for you. Thank you. You're excused.
Fris?
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
William Frias, 1996.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. I think I skipped over this, Mr. Frias. 1 second. Counselor, I'm going to set the preliminary hearing for October the 7th. My apologies. That's at 1:30. That is for, I'm sorry, that was for Mr. Curtis.
Yeah.
sorry, Mr. Fris. Again, I'm sorry, could you repeat your date of birth?
2996.
Good morning. It's time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today on a interim complaint alleging kidnapping as well as possession of drug paraphernalia. Just for counsel purposes, while I did find there to be probable cause as to the former charge of kidnapping, there just wasn't any facts alleged as to the drug paraphernalia case. If you'd like to make an argument on that later on, you certainly can, but I don't find any probable cause on that particular charge. All right, Mr. Fris, you are, sorry, you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay? All right. Taking a look at the interim complaint, as well as the Form 4C for the alleged victim. You know, Ms. Frias was noted as 6 on the 6 on the NCAFTA scales. Victim input couldn't be solicited for conditions of release, and third party reference couldn't be contacted. And it does appear to be one prior felony conviction for domestic violence assault. It may have been modified at a later time, but that's from 2015. County Attorney's Office recommendations, $30,000 bond with pretrial services. Anything else, Mr. Goodman?
Your Honor, I looked at that prior. He pled basically to a misdemeanor for one charge, and then the other charge, the disorderly conduct with a weapon, is what the felony was that he pled to. So he pled to 2 separate DV offenses in that matter. And I would note he does have the NVCA flag. And I would also note the lethality associated with these types of offenses. So that's why the state's requesting the $30,000 bond with pretrial release.
Thank you. And I did note the Form 4C included indicated a high risk. Defense?
Your Honor, he is a lifelong resident of Tucson with ties to the community. He's unemployed and does not have any significant amount of money to post a bond. The issue of housing away from the alleged victim was raised in the pretrial services report. He reports that he lives with his grandmother and that the alleged victim has never lived there. I would ask that you set the bond in this matter at $10,000.
Thank you. I am gonna impose a $20,000 cash and secured bond for Chris, and excuse me, and order pretrial services supervise him if bond is posted. I'll set the preliminary hearing for October the 7th at 1:30. Standard conditions will apply: no alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, no firearms or weapons, and no contact of any kind with the alleged victim, to include going to where they work or live. All right. That's all I have for you, sir. Thank you. You're excused.
There you go. Take a seat.
Oh, I'm doing wrong.
Please.
Defense counsel, you need a moment?
Please.
Yes, just a moment.
Go right ahead.
Apologies.
No, go right ahead.
All right, thank you.
Ready, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Not a problem. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Isia Gomez, 3183.
All right, Mr. Gomez. Good morning. It's the time set
Good
for
morning.
This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on two different matters. The first is a felony complaint alleging domestic violence, felony domestic violence kidnapping, and felony domestic violence aggravated assault. The second involves a misdemeanor case of simple assault in the Tucson City Court. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and on the felony matter, I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is obviously assisting you in this hearing. You've spoken with her before. If you have any more questions or concerns, please continue to speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay?
Okay. It's Sean.
All right. Taking a look at the end of complaint, as well as pretrial services report, Mr. Gomez was rated a 6 out of 6 on the NCFTA scales. The victim was able to be reached for comment. They do object to release for safety concerns and do not wish to have any further contact with Mr. Gomez. Okay. And I do believe she may be on the line. Just to round that out, I also noted 7 prior felony convictions from 2000 through 2024. And clerk is informing me that the alleged victim is on the line. Ms. Wheaton, are you present?
Yes.
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Judge Padilla. I'm presiding over this session of initial appearances. The purpose of this hearing is to determine what, if any, conditions of release, or whether or not any defendant will be released and what conditions will apply. The hearing is not meant to discuss facts, guilt, innocence, anything like that. The only purpose is to determine whether or not Mr. Gomez will be released, and if so, under what conditions. I believe you were contacted by pretrial services, but if there's anything else you'd like me to know about this matter before I make my decision on release conditions, please feel free to say whatever you'd like to at this point.
I just don't want him released because he said when he gets out, he will come back and hurt me.
Okay.
I feel fear for my safety.
Okay. All right, ma'am. Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for. County Attorney's Office recommendation was for $50,000 bond plus pretrial services release. Mr. Goodman, anything to add?
I would just note that to add to that, he does have a history of violence, as noted by the assessment portion of the pretrial, workup where the NC and FTA scales are located. And he does have a history of violating supervision and absconding, as well as being released from prison approximately about 6 months ago, give or take, for the pretrial report.
Okay. Defense, you need a minute?
No, Your Honor. He's a lifelong resident of Tucson with ties to the community. I didn't see any domestic violence history. I'd ask you set the bond in this case at $20,000.
Thank you. I do believe $50,000 bond is appropriate. I'm going to impose that cash and order pretrial services supervision if bond is posted. Standard conditions will apply. Mr. Gomez is not to possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, possess any firearms or weapons. He will surrender any firearms to law enforcement within 48 hours of release if bond is posted, and will have absolutely no contact of any kind with the alleged victim. to include going to where she works or lives. The preliminary hearing will be set for October the 7th at 1:30 in the afternoon. And on the misdemeanor matter, let's take a look here. Ms. Wheaton, I believe, are you the listed victim in the second case? Ms. Wheaton, are you still on the line?
Yeah, I am. I don't know. I believe so.
I'm sorry, this incident, I believe you are. I just wanted to confirm it, but the incident is a assault case from September 21st of this year.
No, that would not. It would not be me. This is going to happen on Sunday with me and him.
Okay, so a separate victim.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much for clarifying that. I appreciate it. All right. All right, Mr. Gomez, on the misdemeanor charge, I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. Advise you that, again, you are presumed innocent, and the state bears the burden of proving you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the city public defender's office to represent you in this matter. I'm going to consolidate this case with the other pending city court cases that you have. And I'm going to set a hearing for you on October the 7th. So give me 1 second.
Crap with all other things. I don't know how all this stuff occurred. They don't understand.
Okay. Yes. I'll do the 10th. All right, Mr. Gomez, I'm going to, on the misdemeanor matter, impose a bond of $500, cash or secured, so you can receive time credit if appropriate. And I'm going to set a video review hearing for you on October the 10th at 1:45. That'll be a video review hearing in front of Judge Bond, so you'll appear in front of him the same way you're appearing in front of me now. Again, I am appointing the City Public Defender's Office to represent you. And lastly, I'll advise that you, in addition to the previous rights that I described, you also have a right to attend all hearings in your case, to include a trial where, again, you are presumed innocent and the state bears the burden of proving otherwise beyond a reasonable doubt. However, if you fail to attend any hearings in your case, to include a trial, you could have new charges filed against you, a warrant could issue for your arrest, and those hearings could proceed in your absence. So if you are convicted and are unable to be sentenced within 90 days because of your absence, you may lose the right to appeal that conviction. Do you understand all that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sure.
That's all I have for you, sir. Again, your hearings are going to be coming up. You'll have attorneys representing you in both cases. Please make sure and communicate with them so you're up to date on what needs to happen and what's coming next. Thank you. That's all I have for you.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Sorry, I was just reading. Thank you, Your Honor.
No problem.
Thank you. So this is the number? Thank you.
Jansen,
Yeah.
I was here right here in the brochure. Great.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Audrey Hanson, 336
Thank you, Mr. Jansen. You're being seen here this morning based on a warrant that was issued by the Kingman Justice Court.
Yeah.
To, a failure to contempt of court charge. To remind you, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be held against you. I believe you're being held on a separate probation matter at the Superior Court. So for this warrant, I'm going to set a review hearing for you. That hearing will be on October the 27th at 9 a.m. And that's just a review hearing so we can keep track of this case and make sure it's being actioned. The bonds on it will remain in effect, $2,189, cash or secured.
How much?
$2,189, cash or secured, sir.
2,000 or 3,000?
$2,189.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. That's all I have for you. You're excused.
Always. When Hanson, you just want to figure out how to sort everything else out.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Dejamel Isaiah Holly, 9/7/2000.
Thank you, Ms. Holly. Good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here based on charges of possession of a narcotic drug, possession of a dangerous drug, and possession of drug paraphernalia allegedly occurring yesterday. Remind you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointed the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud. I've taken a look at the interim complaint and the pretrial services report. I do note that Ms. Holly is steps diversion eligible, and state is recommending pretrial services release and a steps court evaluation. Anything else to add, Mr. Goodman?
Recommending release if the jail confirms there's no probation hold, but definitely wanting to set a steps court hearing, Your Honor.
Okay. Jill, I don't see any hold. I do note that there's an indication that Ms. Holly is on probation from a separate matter from 2023. But don't believe there's any holds filed. Can you confirm?
You don't have anything, Your Honor?
Okay. All right. Then doesn't appear to be any holds. Defense, I'm inclined to agree with the state. Any comment or objection?
No objection.
All right. All right, Ms. Holly. And I'm sorry, is your client interested in being screened for the steps court program? Okay. And willing to waive time?
Yes.
Thank you. right, Ms. Holly, I'm going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services and direct that you submit to any monitoring or treatment that they have for you. I'm also going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, and that you contact your assigned probation officer in your other matter within 1 business day of being released. So basically Monday, you need to reach out to your probation officer.
Alrighty.
I'm going to set 2 hearings for you. The first is going to be so you can be screened for the STEPS Court program and hopefully get your case dismissed if you can complete some treatment and other programs that they will have for you. That hearing is going to be on October the 6th at 9 a.m. And I'll set a separate preliminary hearing for you just in case you're not successful in the STEPS Court program. That'll be for, November the 12th at 1:30 p.m. So it'll be released later today, ma'am. Please make sure and contact pretrial services and your attorney and stay in contact with both. Do not miss any hearings in your case. Otherwise, you can be brought back in custody, okay? But thank you very much. You're excused.
So. Have seen the project.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Marcel Janice, April 17th, 1992.
Good morning, Mr. G. This is time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here based on a felony incident complaint alleging charges of domestic violence, aggravated assault, strangulation, domestic violence, kidnapping, and domestic violence, aggravated harassment. Remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay? Complaint, as well as the Form 4C. Pretrial services didn't note any other holds for Mr. Janice. He was rated a 1 and a 1 on the NCFTA scales. The alleged victim was reached, did indicate that they do not wish to have further contact with Mr. Janice, does object to his release, and there's also an indication that there is an active order of protection for the alleged victim. There don't appear to be any felony, criminal, or misdemeanor matters, domestic violence matters rather. State's recommendation is for $50,000 bond plus pretrial services release. Anything else to add from the state, Mr. Good?
Your Honor, I would just note it's 29 counts of the ag harassment. So this is an ongoing incident, as the interim complaint notes that as soon as he's served with the order of protection, he's going over there every single day leading up to this point. And there's already a court order in place for him to not return, not have contact. And it ultimately results after a month-long, dilemma of her being violently attacked. So the state believes the high bond is appropriate given the allegations and the fact that there's a clear, refusal to follow that OOP for the last month.
Thank you. Spence, do you need a moment?
No, I'm ready, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
I would ask the court to consider the fact that it doesn't look like he has any criminal history. It's a one on the FTA and the NCA scale. He's a lifelong resident of Tucson with ties to the community. Given this lack of criminal history, I'd ask that the court set the bond at $5,000.
Thank you. Given the fact the Form 4C and the other information, I do believe bond is appropriate. I'm going to set it at $40,000 cash or secured and order pretrial services supervise Mr. Janice if bond is posted. I'm going to order standard conditions applied, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, and no firearms or weapons. If Mr. Janice has any firearms, he'll surrender those to law enforcement within 48 hours of release. And he is out to have absolutely no contact of any kind whatsoever with the alleged victim, to include going to where she works or lives. I'll set the preliminary hearing for October 7th at 1:30 in the afternoon. All right, sir, that's all I have for you. Thank you. You're excused. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Christopher Riddell Jones Jr., July 14th, 1977.
Mr. Jones, good morning. It's time set for your initial appearance. You're here today on two different matters. One felony complaint alleging inhaling a vapor releasing toxic substance, and a separate misdemeanor DUI. Both allegedly, one is alleged to have occurred on September the 9th, and the second from yesterday. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. On the felony matter, the state is moving to dismiss without prejudice. Is that correct, Ms. Goodman?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Thank you. Any objection from defense?
No objection.
All right. Then, Mr. Jones, the state is moving to dismiss. I'm going to grant that motion. They may bring the charges back at a future time if they so choose, but for now they are going to be dismissed. On the misdemeanor matter, I'm going to set an arraignment date for you on October the 7th at 9:30 in the morning. That'll be at the Pima County Justice Court in front of Judge Garza. Do you know where the Justice Court is, sir?
I know, sir.
Okay.
But I'm preoccupied.
Okay. It's in downtown Tucson. The address will be on the court order you receive from this hearing. If I release you, will you promise me you will appear at that hearing?
Yes, sir. 100%.
All right, then I will release you on your promise. I'm going to order you not drive without a valid license or possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs.
Yes, sir.
And that's all I have for you, sir. Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Is there anything?
Excuse me, I talked to you first.
Your Honor, if I can have 1 moment, please.
Go right ahead.
All right, Your Honor, we're ready.
Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Daniel Dejon Joseph, July 29th, 1999.
Morning. You're being seen here based on a felony warrant that was arrest warrant that was issued by Judge Victoria Steele, the Pima County Justice Court, on August 28th of this year. These relate to charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument. 2 counts, I'm sorry, of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and 1 count of discharging a firearm within city limits. You have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you need to talk with her again, please feel free to just raise a hand. We can pause and you can have that conversation. Review the warrant and the interim complaint. I'm sorry, the pretrial services report. Don't know any other holds for Mr. Joseph. Bond amount listed is $60,000, and the state's recommendation. I'm sorry, don't note any other felony criminal history, and state's recommendation is for the warrant amount to be honored. Anything else to add from the state?
Your Honor, the state believes the warrant amount set by the Justice of the Peace is actually very modest given the allegations, but we're still asking the court to affirm that. What essentially happened here is this defendant shot 1 victim and then the bullet frag went into a minor victim's stomach. So essentially both victims being shot in this incident. And as the court knows, that JP court warrants typically have to issue when someone's whereabouts are unknown or they flee, from addressing the incident and they couldn't be arrested. So the state's asking for the warrant amount that was issued by the court.
Okay. Thank you. Defense?
1 moment, Your Honor.
Okay, go right ahead.
Your Honor, he has no prior felony convictions. He's a 2 on the FTA and the NCA scale. He's lived in Tucson for 24 years and has ties to the community. He reports that he is in college full time and that he cannot miss more than 2 days in a row to continue in his program. He also says that pretrial services told him the address to which the warrant had been sent and that was an old address and he wasn't aware of it. So given this lack of felony history and the pro-social things that he has going on in his life, I'd ask you to set the bond at
$30,000. We'll affirm the warrant amount requested, make that cash or secured, and order pretrial services supervision. Order Mr. Joseph that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, possess any firearms or weapons, and that you surrender any firearms you may have in your possession to law enforcement within 48 hours of being released if bond is posted. Above all else, I'm going to order that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim, to include going to where they work or live. Preliminary hearing will be set for October the 7th at 1:30 in the afternoon. And that's all I have for you, sir. Thank you. You're excused.
Right here.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Elizabeth Lovelace, 42793.
All right, thank you, Ms. Love. Morning, this time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on charges of possession of a dangerous drug, possession of a prescription-only drug, and promoting prison contraband, allegedly occurring yesterday. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to assist you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud. All right, I've reviewed the interim complaint, pretrial services report, and the county attorney's recommendation for pretrial services release and step court evaluation. Anything else to add from the state, Mr. Goodman?
No, Judge, I believe you covered all grounds.
Thank you. Defense, I'm inclined to agree with the state and release to pretrial services and schedule a steps court if your client is interested.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Is defense willing to waive time?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Lovelace, I'm going to release you today to the supervision of pretrial services. That's normally the court. Their job is to monitor and ensure that you attend all court hearings in your case. I'm going to order that you submit to any monitoring or treatment that they direct. So if they tell you need to do something, you need to do. If they call you, you need to respond. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to set 2 hearings for you. The first is for possible screening for the steps court program, so you can maybe get your charges disposed of in an alternate way than the traditional plea or trial. That hearing is going to be on October the 6th at 9 a.m. And just in case that hearing doesn't go forward or falls through for some reason, I'm going to set a hearing for November the 12th at 1:30 p.m. So you're going to be released later today. If you have any questions, you can speak with your attorney after this matter is over, but please contact pretrial services and your attorneys, stay in contact with both, and above all else, do not miss any hearings in your case, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. You're excused.
Thank you.
Ms. Michael? Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Sarah Renee McMichael. Date of birth is July 18, 1990.
Thank you, Mr. Michael. It's time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a charge of domestic violence, aggravated assault, strangulation, and domestic violence kidnapping, allegedly occurring yesterday. Mind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay?
Understood.
All right. I have taken a look at the interim complaint and the, excuse me, pretrial services report. I do not miss McMichael is, appears to be currently on probation through October the 17th for a charge from May of 2022, but doesn't have a adult probation hold at this time. You note, she's a 4 and a 4 on the NCFTA scales. The alleged victim couldn't be reached for comment prior to the hearing. Unfortunately, Mr. Michael wasn't able to participate in an interview with pretrial services. And as I mentioned, there was a single felony conviction from 3 years ago. County Attorney's Office recommendation is $40,000 bond plus pretrial services release. Anything else to add, Mr. Goodman?
And Your Honor, that's just given the allegations and the fact that she is on probation for an aggravated assault against an officer case. So she's already on being supervised for a violent offense at least for the time being.
Okay, thank you. Defense?
Your Honor, she is a lifelong resident of Tucson with ties to the community. She's not able to post a $40,000 bond. I request that you set the bond in this matter at 10,000.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna impose a $20,000 cash with secured bond. And order pretrial services, supervise you, Ms. Michaels, if you do post a bond. I'm gonna order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, that you not possess any firearms or weapons, and if you have any firearms in your possession, that you surrender those to law enforcement within 2 days of being released. And I'm gonna order that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim, to include going to where they work or live. Did you live previously with the alleged victim? Did you reside with them?
One moment, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, she reports that she hasn't lived with her sister since they were teenagers and they do not reside together.
Okay. That'll be easy enough. And lastly, if bond is posted and you are released, Ms. McMichael, I'm gonna order that you contact your assigned probation officer in your other matter within 1 working day of being released. So essentially, if you were to bond out today, by Monday, okay?
Understood.
And I'm gonna set the preliminary hearing for October 17th. I'm sorry, excuse me, October the 7th at 1:30 in the afternoon.
All right, understood, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am. Thank you very much. You're excused.
Messi.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Daryl William Nicholson, 21591.
Sorry, excuse me. Father, a little out of sorts. All right. All right, Mr. Nixon, good morning. It's time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on well, you have 2 matters. The first involves a felony complaint of possession of a narcotic drug and possession of drug paraphernalia, allegedly occurring yesterday. And the other matter involves a misdemeanor charge of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree from August the 4th of this year. Remind you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud. All right, I've taken a look at the interim complaint in the pretrial services report. I do note there is a hold for Mr. Nixon involving a failure to warrant out the Superior Court, CR 2025-1752, which he's being held without bond. He was a 6 out of 6 on the NCFTA scales and is steps diversion eligible. County Attorney's Office recommendation was for $2,500 with pretrial services review in lieu of a no bond. Anything else to add, Mr. Goodman?
Your Honor, yeah, he'll be seen in Superior Court on that for failing to appear for sentencing on that drug sales related case, but given the on release status, that's why the state recommended what it recommended.
Okay, thank you. And defense?
Your Honor, no objection.
Thank you. All right, sir. Mr. Nicholson, I'm going to impose the $2,500 cash or secured bond. So you can receive time credit if appropriate. I'm gonna order pretrial services supervisor if you are released. And I'm gonna set 2 hearings for you. The first will be a steps court evaluation. That'll be on October the 6th at 9 a.m. That's to see if you can potentially have your, case disposed of in an alternate manner. And the second will be a preliminary hearing the following day on October the 7th at 1:30 in the afternoon. And also will note the separate hold in the 1752 matter. All right, sir. That's all I have for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies, sir. Can you please sit down? The clerk was kind enough to remind me, you have a separate matter in the city which I'd actually just told you about. Please excuse me, it's been a long morning. I'm gonna set a hearing for you in that case for November 21st at 9 a.m. That'll be in front of Judge Verena. I'll let them know that you're being held on the felony matters and appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. I won't hold you on that given the multiple other holds you're on. All right, sir, my apologies again. On your misdemeanor matter, you'll be seen by Judge Verena on November 21st, and you'll have an attorney representing you in that case as well, okay? All right, sorry about that again. Thank you very much. You're excused.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alexander, no.
Oh, I don't know. Let me just confirm that. Well, let's proceed on. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Alexander, no. December 5th, 1986.
No, good morning. Time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today on a few different matters. And we'll take them each in turn. The first involves a felony interim complaint alleging charge of organized retail theft from August 3rd of this year. The second is a felony interim complaint alleging unlawful possession of a narcotic drug and unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia from yesterday. And third, it involves a warrant for your arrest from the Sierra Vista Justice Court involving charges of fraud schemes, possession of drug paraphernalia, trafficking in stolen property, felony shoplifting, theft, organized retail theft, possession of a dangerous drug, and possession of a narcotic drug. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney. And I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you on all 3 cases, or on the 2 felony cases. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud. All right, I've taken a look at the interim complaint and the pretrial services report. You note that Mr. No does have a DOC hold. It's on, I believe, a parole violation warrant issued in CR 2022-1740. He's rated a 4 and a 5 on the NCFTA scales. Was noted as, I believe, steps diversion eligible in the second interim complaint. On the first organized retail theft case, county attorney's recommendation is $7,500 plus pretrial services. On this second case, $2,500 bond plus pretrial services and steps court evaluation. Anything to add from the state?
Yes, Your Honor. So I know we're not going to take a position on the Cochise County matter. But essentially, even though he has a DOC hold, based on the amount of prison time he served, I'd imagine that hold is going to lift in the very near future because the amount of time left is proportionate to, the amount of time he served. So we are recommending that $7,500 bond on the organized retail theft case and a $2,500 bond with a steps court hearing on the drug case.
And defense, no, there's a lot going on here, but feel free to take whichever case you want to start on.
Your Honor, it doesn't look like he has any history of violence according to the pretrial services report. I would ask that you set the bond at $1,000 on the personal use drug matter. And then I would ask that you set it at $2,000 on the organized retail theft.
Thank you. All right, on the organized retail theft, I will impose a bond $5,000 cash secured and order that Mr. No be under supervision pretrial services if released or if bond is posted. Order no contact with the alleged victim to include going to the incident location and set the preliminary hearing for both complaints, both of the interim complaints, for October the 7th at 1:30. On the, excuse me. Separate, I'm sorry, I apologize. Is your client interested in being screened for steps?
Yes.
All right, in the steps court matter, I'll impose $1,000 bond, cash secured, and schedule a steps court hearing for October the 6th at 9 a.m. with the preliminary hearing being again the following day at 1:30. And on the final warrant, leave the requested bond amount is $10,000. I'll honor that request and make that cash secured. And I'll set a review hearing for October 27th at 9 a.m. so we can check on the case, make sure there's progress being made. All right, sir, you got a lot going on. Please make sure and cooperate with your attorney so you the next hearings, okay? Thank you very much. You're excused. And Jill, are we seeing Mr. Mondesi?
Your Honor, we were gonna have Mondesi go after Overurf.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Overurf.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Seth Patrick Ryan, Overturf, 4/23 1992.
All right, sir. One it's time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a felony incident complaint alleging domestic violence, disorderly conduct, and regular disorderly conduct allegedly occurring yesterday. Remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointed the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay? All right, I've taken a look at the interim complaint, pretrial services report, and the state's recommendation for pretrial services release. The alleged victim in the case does not wish to have further contact with Mr. Overturf, but does not object to his release. Anything to add, Mr. Goodman?
And quite frankly, Judge, it was really the victim's input. I was on the fence about due to the facts of the case, but I don't think they live together. And given that the victim doesn't object and it looks like he's a 1 on a 1 on both scales. So that's why the state doesn't object to pretrial release.
Okay. Defense, I'm inclined to agree. Any additional comment?
Yes, Your Honor, he has no felony convictions. He's a 1 on the FTA and the NCA scale, so I do believe that release to pretrial services is appropriate.
All right, Mr. Overturf, based on the alleged victim's input as well as arguments made, I'm going to release you to pretrial services supervision. That is an arm of the court that is designated to make sure that you attend hearings. So they will be reaching out to you. Well, first of all, you need to reach out to them as soon as you're released, and you just stay in contact with them. I'm going to order that you submit to any monitoring or treatment that they direct. So if they tell you need to do something, you need to comply. Okay.
I will, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, and that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim. Do you understand all that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Then I, again, will release you to pretrial services, and I'm going to set your preliminary hearing for October 17th at 1:30 in the afternoon.
All right. Sounds good, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
Hey. Brown check.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Miguel Mondesi, Mejias, 11/27/1970.
Thank you, sir. Good morning. It's time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today on 3 separate matters. The first involves a felony complaint of possession of a dangerous drug, possession of a narcotic drug, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Second involves a warrant that was issued by a warrant issued by the Miranda Municipal Court by Judge Libby Shelton. These relates to charges of possession of a dangerous drug and shoplifting. And then you have an out-of-county warrant related to a shoplifting case. Remind you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. On your felony case, the state is requesting to dismiss without prejudice. Is that correct, Mr. Goodman?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Thank you. Any objection from defense?
No objection.
Okay, thank you. All right, so Mr. Mondesi, the state is asking to dismiss your felony case without prejudice. I'm going to grant that motion. They may bring the charges back at a later date, but for now, you are not going to be held on that matter. On your Marana court case, I'm going to set a hearing for you on October the 22nd at 10 a.m. If I release you, sir, will you promise me you'll appear at that hearing?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And I'm going to release you on that promise and order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, and that you not have any contact with any alleged victim, to include going back to where this incident allegedly occurred. And on your out-of-court matter, I'm sorry, I think this actually may be a in-court, or in-county matter at the Justice Court. It just may appear in a little bit different format, but in any case, I'm going to set a hearing for you on October the 7th at 9:30 in the morning. And again, sir, if you promise, will you promise me you'll appear at that hearing if I release you?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, then I will release you on the promise. Again, your hearing is going to be on October the 7th at 9:30 in front of Judge Renee Garza here at the Justice Court. And with that, that's all I have for you, sir. Please make sure and attend all your hearings, otherwise a warrant could issue for your arrest. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Jay, I believe that's all we have.